Hey everybody, Tyron here, and we got some new previews of the INNISTRAD Midnight Hunt set with the wiki stream we had this week. And I'm here to tell you how good they're going to be in Pioneer from my thoughts. Let's go ahead and jump in and get to the first one. In Phonograph, 1 air back, instant, destroy target creature, and you use 2 life. Now, this card looks nuts on the front end. It immediately looks like it's going to be the best Doomblade we've ever seen, and nothing's going to ever beat it. Well, not really. This card is most likely going to see play in aggressive decks like mono black aggro, but probably only one or two of even in those decks, and even maybe yes in control decks like the mirror control we see. Because that 2 life adds up super fast, and you never want to cast more than 1 to 2 of these in any game. So more than likely this is going to be a 1 or 2 of, and then hot your sack to fill in the gaps. Kind of like the Abrupt Decay to Assassin's Trophy, where Abrupt Decay answers 99% of the threats you need to answer, and then your Assassin's Trophy is just a catch-all for everything else you need to worry about. So, yes, he'll see play. No, it's not going to be a 4 of and probably any list. Next one, Prayer Fire. 1 red mana. Prayer Fire deals 2 damage to any target, and if a prayer is dealt this way, scry 1. Now, this card, another innocuous card, meaning that it doesn't look too powerful, but this card is a huge upgrade against things like Wild CS that we use in this format. That means an upgrade for Brawn, an upgrade for any red mid-range deck, and an upgrade for Izzet Phoenix. Card selection in mono red is great. It means Brawn can put those extra lands on top in the graveyard, and it's a shock. Into the bottom of the library, and it's a shock that you do not feel bad about hitting your opponent with. 1 mana 2 damage is nothing compared to 1 mana 3 damage like Lightning Bolt in Modern, but this card is going to be nuts and will definitely see play 4 ofs and multiple lists. And the next one, Champion of Paris. Now, besides being a great callback to the old Champion of the Parish from the old Innistrad set, this card is a great zombie card. Zombies is actually not that far from being a playable deck. If we got any cheaper yards, all the 3 mana yards we could ever ask for, we already have in zombies. Or we get other cheaper effects to work with Rowley like Corpse Knight and Wayward Servant. This deck can really pop off. Now, besides zombies, I don't really see this being played anywhere else. But if a zombies deck exists, this is definitely going to be one of the premier 1-drops in it. And let's go to the next. Triskaidekaphile. 1 in blue. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in hand, you win the game. 3 mana, 3 and 1 blue. Draw a card, and it's a 1/3. Now, draw go has not really existed in Pioneer. We're much more of tap out control, and the mirror control does not really want this card. We have better options in that deck. So I really doubt that this card's going to see play in Pioneer. But who knows? Maybe that 1/3 body really makes it survive long enough to that 8 game where you can start activating that draw ability 1 to 2 to 3 times a turn and holding up counter spells. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but I do not think this card will see play. And the next. Now, consider is the big card that we got revealed. Now, it may look like an opt. I know it's 1 blue mana. It does a little bit different things than opt, though. 1 blue mana, instant, you get the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard, draw a card. Now, normally, this card looks like just slightly better opt. This card is nuts in our format. We have the Dell spells like Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise, and not to mention just all the other innocuous ways that we use the graveyard. This card may get some of our Delve spells banned. I don't think so at the moment, but I would not be surprised if this card ends up with Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise both ending up on the ban list. But, future will tell. This card will see 4 of play in any deck that plays Opt, and who knows, maybe it's played in addition to Opt, or maybe it just outright replaces it. But we'll see. Now, Join the Dance is not an overly powerful card. It's just green, white, 1 green, 1 white. You create 2 human white tokens, and it has Fastback, which is the important part here. For 3, 1 white, 1 green, and you fast it back. For those who don't know what Fastback is, it means you can cast that card from the graveyard, paying it for its Fastback cost. Okay, now this card, while not powerful and it won't see play anywhere, this card does tell us an important thing. Fastback is back in the set. Now, for those who have played it in Magic for a while now, Fastback is a super powerful mechanic, and it has done some crazy things to Magic formats. We have super fair cards like Yingling Souls, or we have super unfair cards like Faith Shooting. Now, Wizards is played around with Fastback multiple different times, so I really doubt we're going to get something that's going to be on those levels. But I would be pleasantly surprised if anything that's playable in Pioneer that's Fastback. You know, we're kind of the graveyard format nowadays. Okay, and then let's go to the last one. Win in 7. No, this is not a joke. We're just counting up. You know how it is. We just got to go up. Okay, this card is 3 mana, 2 green. It's the old like Nicobolia style, where it has 4 activated abilities. Plus 1, you mulch, which is basically reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all your ends there on those 4 cards into your hand, and put the rest into your graveyard. Great graveyard enable. 0 mana. Fast bond. You just put all the cards in your hand, all the end cards in your hand, onto the battlefield tapped. Now, when I first read this card, I completely missed the tapped ability, and I thought this card was going to be next to Fairy, Hero Dominaria. Sadly, I don't think it's that powerful as a spoil. Okay, then neg 3, create a green tree folk token with reach. Reach is super important here. This creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. Now, this card will be super good at stalling board states, and will be super great against things like spirits and like green-based mid-range decks, because that free folk token will just gum up boards and make them impossible to win. And it being 5 mana means it can't be spellcrawled. So it could see some play in green-based mid-range decks, but those don't really exist in Pioneer. But who knows? Maybe this deck will make it so. Okay, and then -8, return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem if you have no maximum hand size. You read this -8 isn't really that powerful, just because basically it's just revealing whatever you put in your graveyard and putting it back in the hand. It's not too powerful. It's like draw cards, but like after 4 turns of pressing it, you really want something better here. But the rest of the card seems mildly playable. Maybe it sees play in some green-based mid-range deck that doesn't exist yet, but at this current moment, I don't think it's going to see play in Pioneer. Okay, guys, that's it for the day. And the rest of the spoilers will be coming out towards the end of this month. So I'll be going over there, probably on a daily notice. And I hope to see you then. As always, don't forget to subscribe.